and welcome to Mercy Kill. I'm Skybills, your host, and this is episode 77, Pokémon Red with Keys, which this episode might look familiar. No, this is not a rerun. This is actually the exact same episode we had as the coveted episode 1, but we'll get into that in a second. A few announcements here on behalf of Games Done Quick. Prime submissions are live for Awesome Games Done Quick 2024. If you are crafty or have a unique gaming prize that you would like to submit, go to gamesdonequick.com for more info. If you missed out on any of our other Hotfix shows, be sure to check out the VODs on youtube.com/gamesdonequick. And your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits shared on the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick Hotfix. If you enjoy watching speedruns daily, consider subscribing to the channel. And here we have the first steps, very own Keys-a-Rod with an adorable friend here. Keys, why don't you introduce us to your friend?
Hey, come here, Yuki. Come here. Okay, she's too busy eating the fry. That's my puppy, Yuki. She's 6 months old, despite the size.
Aww.
Cute girl. She's gonna be my in-person crowd while I attempt to play this game that I haven't played in like a year.
I'd say that's still pretty rusty, especially for a speedrun such as this. So again, this is glitchless. Otherwise, this wouldn't take 2 hours and 10 minutes. I'll tell you all that right now. But we've had this exact run before, as I was talking about before. So this is going back to episode 1. Keys is my very first guest that I have, so it's an honor to have you back. Running the exact same thing, however, and Richard can back me up on this, we don't have the same estimate. We had 215 to start out with, and now Keys is like, no, I'm gonna do 210. And I'm like, are you sure? Keys like, no, I'm gonna do 210. So, why?
I don't know. We had to change something. I have some level of confidence, I guess, which is funny to say because there's a lot of manipulations in this that I do not remember how to do. I have a bunch of notes up. We'll see if I can understand the notes.
Yeah, notes are always allowed, and I always encourage folks to have that. So the no live deals joke, I know people are going to be kind of talking about that all night. That was when poor Keys' save file got corrupted. So what happened the first time, and is there any way we can avoid that happening this time?
So what happened the first time is the way that you manipulate things in this game is you hard reset. It sets the RNG value back to 0. But you can reset the game too early when you save. It's I don't remember how wide the window is, but it's not a very wide window. So I reset a little too fast, which corrupted my save.
Okay.
So the prevention is just wait, like a split second longer. In fact, like just be super safe and just wait for it to say, hey, I did save before you do anything.
Yeah, I mean, I remember growing up playing the original Pokemon Red and Blue. I remember corrupting my own save data with the notorious missing number glitch right in the game, too. I mean, it's built right into there. It's pretty miraculous to see. By the way, don't do that. Don't catch missing number because I'm not responsible for what happens to your save file. But anyways, yeah, just a lot of good memories with Pokemon Red. So you said you played this about a year ago, Keys. What is the context? Was it a randomizer? Was it Archipelago? Or was it this actual speedrun?
So if we include like randomizers and Archipelago, I played this like 2 or 3 months ago, but like that's so much of a different kind of run. The last time I did this was when Hobbs and I were doing a like month-long series of a Kingdom Hearts game versus a Pokemon game.
That was so much fun. I remember seeing that. Y'all are so passionate about Kingdom Hearts versus Pokemon. Hopefully we get a chance to see that again in the future. So we talked about, again, how you hopefully will not corrupt your save this time. Do you have any other, like, kind of fallback plans if something happens or safety strats?
I have a bunch of safety strats. I don't have any, like, backup saves, if that's what you mean, because I only have... Well, I technically have 2 carts. I have the cart that's plugged in right now, and then I also have this one that's in my hand. But this is my casual file where I caught everything, so I don't want to get rid of that.
Oh, yeah.
So that would not be a good save. I do have a Japanese and Spanish copy of this, but I cannot use those because the manipulations are different, if even existent. So we're pretty much one and done with the attempt. but I'm going to play super safe and also probably really slow because you're probably going to see me like, jaw on the floor, reading notes like I don't know how to read.
Aww. Well, for as much of a hard time as I give you, Keys, you are very organized with this kind of thing. We've had folks on before for both this and random number generation where it's mostly Metroid. I'm looking at you Metroid communities where they're like, should I save here? Because, it does take a considerable amount of times to save, as much as I'm giving the Metroid communities a difficult time. And I'm like, yes, please, on my show, save. But, you do have to go fast, especially when there's a lot on the line here. But this is honestly just going to be me and Keys hanging out and reminiscing about things and just chat about Pokemon. Me and Keys are fellow Pokemon challenge runners together. So without further ado, let's get this started. And we'll have a lot of great conversations along the way, Keys.
Absolutely. Now, before I do start, very small menus here. Obviously, we want fast text. We want it to go as fast as possible. Animations are off. I think there's like 1 or 2 moves in the entire game that actually is faster with the animations on, but we're never using any of those. And normally you'd see us set the battle style to set to save, a bunch of text from popping up. But because of the nature of the run, we're actually going to be using 2 Pokemon for the first 10 minutes. So we do want to have shifts so we're able to, safely swap Mons. But yeah, with that, I'm pretty much good to go for a countdown.
All right, on your count, Keys.
All right, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck. Have fun, Keys.
Thank you. Pretty easy start here. We're just going to mash for a little bit. There's minor things you can do to speed it up a little bit. Like right there when we heard the Nidoran cry, I was holding B to get through it really quickly. I'm also naming myself 1 character. I wish I could name myself something cool, but we need the 1 character name for the manipulation. Every letter that pops up is a frame. So, we'd have to adjust our manipulations and whatnot. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to be extra turbo safe because we need to win the first fight. It is possible to lose it. Every time I think I'm never going to lose it on a GDQ show of some sort, I always do. So I'm just going to, be smart.
I always enjoy doing anything speedrun related with you, Keys. We've had a storied history of playing stuff. I've been a fellow co-host on the first step a couple times, so me and Keys definitely have a storied history full of things. We both took on the Kaizo Ironman challenge together, which, by the way, Keys, you finished Kaizo Ironman for Red, right? Multiple times?
I finished Red, I finished Yellow, I finished Fire Red. I got close to finishing Emerald, and I got really, really close to finishing Crystal. I made it to the last fight.
Oh, wow.
And got Perish Song turn 1. So
I dislike when that happens. But yes.
Always the worst way to lose a run.
You had a Tentacruel on Fire Red, if I remember.
Yeah. And it was so good because I had the pickup ability, and it kept picking up like lemonades and candies and stuff. All right, so we're already in our first fight because our rival's a bit of a butthead. Pretty standard fight. We're gonna lead with Leer to lower his defense and then just tackle for the rest of the time. Hopefully we don't get too many growls because growl lowers our attack. Looks like we're good speed. He did lead the growl. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna be kind of safe and just do a second tail whip, I guess. But we also do have that safety potion just in case things go awry. Oh, he really just doesn't want me to do damage today.
Somehow it knows.
Oh, it always does. It always does.
So when you played your first Pokemon, Keys, who was your starter?
My first starter was Squirtle.
Okay.
Because I like turtles.
Not only that, Blastoise is amazing. I always went with Charizard. I know Charizard's not technically a dragon. I always called Charizard an honorary dragon. So I was always a big fan of the Charmander line. But I don't think I've ever played this game casually and not bought the Magikarp and raised it into a Gyarados immediately because I love Gyarados.
Yeah, I love Gyarados too. And Gyarados is one of those Pokemon that got better and better and better as it got to newer games. I don't think it's as good now, but the first 5 or 6 generations, all it did was get stronger. I did take a split second to check my stats there upon that level up. I was looking to see what my special was, and it's 12, so that means I'm guaranteed to two-shot both of Brock's Mons, which is really nice.
Also, Keys, I wanted to ask you, because I'll be plugging your stream most of the time, so are you going to be doing stuff for GDQ, interview, anything behind the scenes like that?
Yeah, so I'll be on the interview team, as I have been for a while. We're currently working on the pre-show script, and it's going to be a banger, I promise. But yeah, just two meetings every week. I don't think a lot of people realize just how much work GDQ does behind the scenes, and then also like the interview team. Not to say that every other team doesn't do work, obviously, but like the interview team does a lot more than people realize. So like we've been busy for the past month and a half or two, and I'm really excited that GDQ is just around the corner. We get to show off what we've planned and everything.
While we're walking back to Palatown, do you have a favorite moment? I think one of my favorites was still when, I think it was Fu picked up the chair, like, came at y'all, just like, and then the thing cut over. That was one of my favorites, but do you have like a favorite moment? It can be something that actually was scripted or something that may have happened that was unscripted.
I think my favorite moments... Not that I have a favorite coworker necessarily, but I think my favorite moments have been unscripted improv moments with Spike or Feasel. Because there's a lot of times where we all just kind of like subtly try to make each other laugh and break, and I'm terrible at it. Like I probably laugh more than everyone on the team combined when we do live stuff. But we're always able to stay on topic, but also just throw in like a little joke here and there that just makes the team smile. And it always seems to be Spike and Feasel that I end up doing it with.
I always like those moments where like something wasn't supposed to happen, but it catches a look on y'all's face where it was like, yeah, we'll just roll with it. And just those are what I look for when I watch the pre-show or anything like that. Just I love those moments. Or like when they send it on over to Scent and Scent does something kind of improvised and just the things that can happen through that. But yeah.
Okay, normally you don't want to fight a level 3, but we need the experience. We didn't really find any favorable fights. This Pidgey might be a 4-shot, which would be unfortunate. But I do need a little bit of experience.
You know you've been playing Ironman for long when this looks like you're doing a crime right now, Keys. This looks like a crime.
Yeah, I fought a wild. How could I?
For folks wondering, in the Kaizo Ironman rules, you cannot fight a wild. So just, it's absolutely ridiculous to be like, oh my gosh, right, we're not an Ironman. But there are some things that the speedrun does share in common with Ironman. For one, I believe you're on a single Pokemon most of the time.
Yep.
And I want to say it's a Nidoking? Is it still Nidoking, or has the route changed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope, it is still Nidoking. There, I waited. I patiently waited. I couldn't have possibly corrupted. Let's see if I remember how to do the manip.
All right.
This manip is so we can get as good of a Nidoran as we can possibly get. And also catch it in a... Oops. We got to try that again. I was a little off. Also, it gives us... not only does it give us a chance to YOLO ball it, so we don't have to weaken it, but the stats are really, really... And if I were a little more prepared and actually got to practice, which obviously I didn't because of the nature of the show, there's actually like a longer manip that involves this.
I never thought of stats too much during Gen 1. You know, there's only so many numbers and stuff, but honestly, it makes perfect sense, right? You're still dealing with like the same amount of coding, the same amount of complexity. It's just, I feel like less of it is on the screen than it would be in future Pokemon games where that's more documented and noticeable. Also, Nidoran male always looks like a taco to me. I don't know why. It may be the way it's sprawled out, but I remember when I was a kid, I'm like, oh, it's the taco Pokemon.
It does have a really funky looking sprite, that's for sure.
So, I do have a fondness for Gen 1s. Definitely one of my favorites. Is there a sprite in this game that you just absolutely love? Every time you see it, it just makes you smile?
Grimer.
Grimer?
Always Grimer.
Okay.
Grimer from English Red or Blue, because if you look at Grimer, he's got his little hands up and it looks like he's on a roller coaster. My favorite Gen 1 sprite of all time.
It's a good one, because, yeah, its arms are kind of up. I always thought of it as, like, it's trying to be a ghost, right? But it's not really a ghost.
Mm-hmm. Now, there is a manip that I didn't do. It's called Triple Extended Manip. It's not like the most fancy-sounding name, but basically you are frame-perfect clearing all the text boxes when you catch the Nidoran, and you manipulate a Pidgey, because you do need a bird to fly. So you'll manipulate a Pidgey, and you'll also manipulate an encounterless Viridian Forest, which doesn't sound too impressive because there are some tiles that can't produce encounters anyway, but it also leads to a turn 1 string shot miss from the trainer. Like, there's so much that you can do if your technique is good, and also if you practiced more recently than a year. I'm picking up a bunch of extra potions too. I'm just being as safe as possible.
Oh, sure, that makes sense. Oh yeah, it does kind of look like Grimer's making a field goal gesture.
Yeah.
So, another question I have for you and for chat. Did anyone love Pikachu so much that they felt the need when playing this casually to get a Pikachu from this forest? Because otherwise you have to wait till much later in the game. I always got a Pikachu early.
See, I always avoided the Pikachu in the forest because I was lucky enough to have both red and yellow versions as a kid.
Okay.
So I was just like, okay, I'm getting my Pikachu fix in the other game.
But you can't evolve Pikachu. See, I love Raichu. That's why I got Pikachu.
Raichu is pretty nice.
Yeah, I like Raichu's sprite in Gen 1. It's not quite Dragonite. Dragonite's always going to be my favorite, but Raichu is pretty adorable.
Dragonite just looks like a happy boy. Like he's just happy to be there. He's giving you like a nice wave. He looks like a friend.
My favorite Pokemon is Dragonite, but I also have always had a soft spot for Gyarados.
I do love me some Gyarados.
And I love his sprite in this game. It's so intense in here. You see one for the first time, it's like, whoa! And I don't think you see a Gyarados from an opponent until close to the end, right? That's Elite Four, Lance?
I believe so, yeah.
But yeah, I love Raichu a lot. I get the love for Pikachu. Heck, I have a huge, like, Pikachu plush on my bed right now. But there's just something about Raichu that I've always loved, either in the anime or in the video games.
I wasn't as fond of Raichu when I was a kid, but as I got older, I started appreciating it more. And then when the Sun and Moon games came out and they had a Alolan Raichu, I was all for it.
Oh, Alolan Raichu is like Kawaii Raichu.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Gen 3 kind of introduced the notion of a surfing Pikachu and Raichu. I fell in love with it. However, if you have played Rental Rando Pokemon Stadium 1, it's not so cute when you face Surge, when he has both a surfing Pikachu and a Raichu, and you realize by Gen 2 standards, because it would be like Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, how much a surfing Pikachu and Raichu covers in the first 2 gens.
Yeah. Water and electric are kind of good types. Who would have thought?
I mean, we have Lantern in Gen 2, but Lantern's Ivy's never seemed, like, too good.
Yeah, it's definitely more like a sponge than it is an actual attacker.
Here's Brock. See, I have feelings about Brock right now, Keys, because, again, Ironmon.
I understand.
We need that thing times to play for him. Oh, goodness. And of course, I had to fight Brock with a Charmander all the time. Because I had to start with Charmander.
I goofed. I don't know why I did that. Oops. I was thinking one turn ahead. So I made a mistake.
Lantern's good in Pokemon Go. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Again, as Keith said, the typing's very good.
Mm-hmm. I thought I was on this turn, so I sent out my Nidoran like a turn early, so now it's hurt when it shouldn't be.
By the way, Keys, your dog is cheering you on through this gym fight. It's so adorable.
Mm-hmm. She's running around in circles. A good miss. All right. I kind of risked it a little bit there because if he crit me with tackle, I'd be dead. But so it should be 16, 15, 13. Yep. Okay, good. I could have checked a little earlier if we got the right Nidoran, but you're so likely to get the correct Nidoran. Like the manipulations aren't 100% in this game. It's kind of unfortunate. I think it's like a 57 in 60 to get it. I think.
By the way, for folks watching in chat as well, if you have not played Gen 1, you should do yourself a favor and have that experience at some point. You don't have to play with any complicated rule set or anything. Just sit down and play Gen 1 at some point. It's a fun ride. I mean, there's going to be a few things that are kind of unfavorable, like, psychic Pokemon are overpowered in this game, etc. But I really do enjoy a good Gen 1 playthrough for what it is.
Yeah, Gen 1 has this thing where as long as you know what you're getting yourself into, it's a lot more fun than you would expect.
Someone asked, how do you defeat Brock if they start with Charmander? I farm wild Pokemon and have Charmeleon by the time I hit Brock. Because I'm stubborn and I love my dragon and dragon adjacent Pokemon too much.
Yeah, I had the heal in this fight because I goofed earlier. That's okay. We'll make it work.
Butterfree's one way you can do it. Just remember that bugs are also weak to rocks, but I don't know if Brock has rock type
Brock
moves.
has no rock moves.
That's so odd. Why?
Brock makes no sense.
I'd be terrified of Rock Slide. Yeah, by Gen 3, Charmander can learn Metal Claw, but, when I grew up, that's it. Like, this was it. You had Red, Blue, Yellow, and then later on, Gold, Silver, Crystal, which we all know Crystal's one of Keys' favorite games.
Absolutely. I know what's wrong with Crystal, but that doesn't stop me from loving it.
I can't say I blame you. Gen 2 is fantastic. I feel like I wish there was how they did Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee? I wish they did a Let's Go for Gen 2. I would be all over that.
I'm still here in the Gen 2 Let's Go waiting room.
Yeah.
All right, this next fight is very dangerous, so this is going to be like one of the times where I actually decide to take a safety save.
Oh, please do. Yeah, I mean, wherever you need it.
Good old shorts guy with his comfy shorts that are easy to wear, and also his rat that's a jerk.
Got a lot of great Pokemon stories in chat, by the way. That's what I'm reading. In yellow version, you could grab Mankey near Victory Road. Yeah, and I always enjoyed the Mankey Primate line. I thought both of those were pretty good. You had Yellow, your friend rare candied your Pikachu. Were you allowed to trade your Pikachu to somebody else? That would
Yeah, you were.
Why? That's odd. I never even considered that.
That's the only way you could evolve Pikachu. Like, I remember I traded with a friend to get my Pikachu evolved, thinking that, I'm going to have a Raichu follow me around. He does not follow you around after you evolve him.
Yeah, that would... I don't know why they wouldn't do that. Again, I'm in the camp where I like Raichu more than Pikachu. They're both fantastic, but I'm a big Raichu fan. Yeah, that's the other thing is if you don't take Charmander at the beginning in Gen 1, you really cannot get a fire type until I want to say west of Celadon, not Celadon, Lavender. There's like a patch in the middle and you can get Growlithe and Vulpixes there. Your fire selection wasn't big. I think if you were playing Pokemon Blue, you could get Magmar in the mansion, but that's super late game.
No, why did you miss? Why did you miss?
You evolved your Pikachu in yellow, and you did the same thing and then didn't follow you around and you cried. Yeah. That is a thing in Pokemon Yellow.
Well, missing that tackle was bad.
Fondest memory of Gen 1 was your blaster is dying to blame because fire spin. Yeah, that's another thing. Fire spin and rap, don't get me started on that as a stadium player. And I know I get what I sign up for, but ask Keys, there's nothing more irritating than playing Rental Rando in Stadium 1 and you just get caught in this fire spin rap loop.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. What about grass? I actually think grass Pokemon are great. They get a bad rep because a lot of their moves are banned in Kaizo Ironmon, but I think a good grass Pokemon with Mega Drain on it can go a long way. I like Venusaur a lot.
I'm actually a big Chikorita family fan, which surprises people just because it really isn't like that good offensively. I just like the design.
You like the dinos?
Yeah.
Where can you get Ponyta in Gen 1? I believe that's also Pokemon Mansion. A lot of the fire types were in the mansion.
All right, that fight was slow and miserable because we got string shots so many times. So everything started hardening.
How is grass effective to rock? I think the idea is that, like, this is my reasoning, okay? I'm not saying this is like Pokemon lore, but when I think of rock being weak to grass, I think about like the grass completely covering the rocks and like ivy or doing something to kind of like break down the rock. Again, sounds kind of odd, but that's how I always reason through that weakness.
I keep getting double string shots. This is horrible. Just crit.
Is
crit. Just simply crit.
Is Flareon bad before the physical special split? I don't think it is. I don't think any of the evolutions are bad. They just all have good stats.
Flareon was definitely better in Gen 1 than it was in Gen 2, though, because it was just special instead of special defense.
Yeah, I could see that.
Unfortunate. This was a very slow Route 3, but that's okay.
Ever seen a plant grow through concrete? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. How like plants take over like infrastructure and stuff, yeah. I just like seeing chat reminisce about Pokemon in Gen 1 in particular. Keys, we're gonna send you all the good vibes here to get some better RNG to get you some time back here.
Yeah, I need it. All right, I am going to try something that I probably shouldn't try without practice, but I'm going to see if I can do the Mount Moon manip.
Okay.
If I can, cool. If I can't, no surprise. We're going to get 20 Zubats.
No! There's way too many Zubats in Mount Moon.
There really are.
Oh, the timer's counting down because that's how much time Keys has to defeat the objective, which is to defeat the Elite Four any percent glitchless, so... Oh,
all right, I can tell you already that the manipulation failed because I should not get an encounter there, so let's try that again.
Do you need something for audio cues, by the way, Keys? I should have asked you that with me.
No, I am fine.
Okay. How is fighting weak to flying? Well, I would think
Have you tried punching a bird?
I was gonna say, I would think things on the ground would have an immense disadvantage against things that can fly. That makes sense to me.
Was my item count off, and that's why this isn't working?
What? Do you remember what your first team was in the Elite Four, Keys? What was like your all-star team growing up?
So I actually used Nidoking as a kid.
Oh.
I used Nidoking and Clefable.
Pretty good.
So when I found out that the speedrun used Nidoking, I was like, my boy. And like it had like a really similar moveset. Like I didn't understand how good like one-hit KO moves were, but all right, yeah, I'm very clearly doing something wrong. So we're just gonna go without the manip and suffer.
I know one of the things the mons I'd gotten early was Pidgeot. I'd always thought the Pidgeot was kind of neat.
I was always a big Fearow fan.
Oh, you liked Fearow?
Yeah.
Even after you saw Fearow, I want to like Fearow, but I don't know if Fearow gets a bad rep in the anime or not, because every time I see Spear and Fearow, they're like being mean. Like really, really mean to Ash and his friends.
It's going to be really interesting to see how bad this Mount Moon is because we don't have Manip. All right, count with me, everyone. 1.
Did you ever see Zubat as like a cobra's head? I don't know why, like growing up, like I never thought that was the whole Pokemon. I thought that was just the head.
I could see that. 2.
What's with that so cute?
This hurts my soul.
Spear and Fear are said to be very angry in the poke. I have never taken the time to go and read the entries in the Pokedex. That's actually pretty interesting.
3.
But I don't know, there's something to be said about the simplicity of Gen 1. Again, except for the fact that Psychic didn't have a weakness. I would say that's like the one gap that really got to me in Gen 1. I used Psychic Pokemon. I loved Alakazam. Alakazam always had to be on my team. And I was one of those folks where once I got a Game Boy Advance, I could trade Alakazam or Kadabra to myself.
5. 6.
So are you going here to get the Mega Punch TM keys? Or is
Yes.
this for... Okay, it was either this or the vitamin, and I couldn't remember.
I'll go for it. I don't think I die unless he crits me.
No, this is the Nidoking route.
Now, if he pops out of this ball, I'll be very, very sad. Good.
I like some of the bat Pokemon. For one, Crobat in Gen 2. Fantastic Pokemon. Pretty strong.
I love Crobat.
Because, yeah, in Gen 1 you had Zubat and Golbat, and it was kind of like, but then you get to Gen 2, and Crobat just... so good. So good.
Crobat is one of my favorite mons.
I don't think there's shinies in Gen 1. At least to my knowledge.
I mean, pushes up glasses. Technically, there are shinies in Gen 1, but you wouldn't know unless you traded them.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah,
I honestly never knew.
Yeah, shinies are determined by DVs in Gen 2, so you can have the corresponding DVs in Gen 1 traded over and get a shiny. That's how people used to shiny hunt Mewtwo.
I never knew that there... See, now I learned something new today, and I've been playing this game my whole life. I did not know there were shinies in Gen 1.
These encounters are breaking my heart.
Geodude looks like it has a stylish haircut.
Yeah. I always thought it had like a pompadour going on or something.
Aww! I have a soft spot. Now I know why you had Clefable. I forgot how cute that sprite was in Gen 1.
Clefable's great. I lost track of how many encounters I got. FYI, like I said, you're supposed to be able to manipulate this, so you're supposed to get 1, and it's the Paris, not 20, like I'm currently getting.
We got to see Clefairy, though. I don't know if that counts for anything, but I got to see one of the cutest
It makes me
mons.
feel nice.
Yeah.
We're gonna heal. This is a very hard fight because we're not evolved yet. We're gonna save.
So are you going to work... so in the pre-show, me and Keys were talking about... this is one of the things going around the speedrunning community lately, and that is a very old as the hills thing, actually, called Retro Achievements. I've been working on them for a little while. Keys just started working on them. Did you finish the crystal set?
I am almost done with the crystal set.
You should do this set.
I'm very close. I need to get ouch. Do I go for this? Seems like a bad idea.
You have to catch all the
I'm gonna
mons.
consider the swap. But yeah, I am missing catching all the mons. I'm missing what else am I missing? Battle tower related stuff. And then the challenges for beating Red. You know what? I don't want to die.
No, I feel that.
I'm just gonna play mega safe.
Hey, you'll catch no judgment from me, especially with how random this game can be.
Kill me! What are you doing, Zubat? No, he's playing with his food.
Oh, goodness.
Oh my god. Okay, well, good thing I saved.
See? What did I tell you about saving? That's a good idea. Yes, this is not a Nuzlocke. This is not Kaizo Ironmon. It's okay if things happen. The only thing Keys is competing against is the timer.
And the timer's winning right now. Goodness. That was a really, really bad fight.
Question from the chat. Have you ever played Crystal Clear?
I have not. I've seen it. I just never got around to playing it. It looks neat.
Oh, and speaking of retro achievements and projects, Keys, what have you been working on lately so folks know what to expect from your channel? Which, by the way, you all should follow Keys. If not, from the first step already, then you should definitely do so right now.
So I have been doing either retro achievement stuff or a lot of archipelagos because I really enjoy the concept of archipelago. It's cool to be able to do all these different randomizers with all these different people all at the same time and have like a common goal.
So in Archipelago, what have you been playing lately? I know some Pokemon stuff has made its way onto there, but I've seen you play multiple games within Archipelago.
Yeah, I'll do Emerald, I'll do Red, I'll do the Doom games, Doom and Doom 2. I will also do Ender Lilies. I'll do Link's Awakening DX sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and
I remember what my menu is here.
Also, too, Keys is just an overall, gamer. My goodness, I've seen Keys do some stuff through Pokemon and just absolutely mind-blowing. Just because, again, with Archipelago and randomizers, just the game will throw all kinds of stuff at Keys, and Keys will, always figure out what's going on, and it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun watching Keys' stream.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I have a ton of fun with Archipelago. It's just I like solving the puzzle. All right, so our Nidoran's going through a major growth spurt. He evolved twice in the past 30 seconds.
Big friend! Okay.
It's my boy.
I get why you love Nidoking. Look at that sprite! That's beautiful.
He's so big and strong.
So you will eventually teach Nidoking Earthquake, but Nidoking cannot have Earthquake until what, Sylph? And Saffron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what makes no sense is Nidoking doesn't learn Dig. Otherwise, you would teach Nidoking Dig and just skip Earthquake because you would have Dig so early.
Excuse me, what? Well, wait, though, the only thing about Dig, and you know better than me, I'm curious and trying to learn. So, Dig would be bad for speedrunning though, right? Because it takes 2 turns for it to hit, or do you lose all that time collectively over getting Earthquake and Sylph? How does that work time-wise?
I just Gen 1 missed. Cute. So Dig would save so much time on the fights, after you could get it, that it's worth the extra turn.
Gotcha.
So you could stay in red bar against Surge the whole time with no risk. You could do the Lavender Tower without having to get Rock Slide. which that would save buying stuff up there. I think that saves some text boxes. There's a lot.
So you're saying it adds up over the course of the run, and that would be why Dig would be favorable. Oh my gosh, we got blessed with 2 of them, Keys.
I don't know how we got 2, but here we are.
Aww.
But yes, that is correct. Oh my goodness, this encounter, just let me get out of here.
Keys wants to get off Mr. Bones' wild ride that is Mount Moon.
Why won't it stop? The exit's right there. This is why you manip. We're finally out.
I know that took a little while, but I've had a great time chatting with you. I know we don't have any time to spare with that timer, but still, it was good times.
Oh, the game just wants to make sure that we're still friends. No big deal. All right, so we're gonna use this center because we obviously need to heal a little bit. We're out of power points, et cetera, et cetera. But also, unlike every other Pokemon game, you have to use the center for it to become your hub. Like you can't just teleport or dig to it or anything if you don't use it. So we want this to be our hub. And then what I'm gonna do here is cheat.
Oh?
I'm gonna get instant text.
In this speedrun? I see.
Yep. For some reason, if you clear that text box with B and you don't have a bike voucher, it maintains that you keep instant text until you open up another menu. So now we're gonna be flying through text and hopefully everything's okay.
That's really cool. I just love learning stuff like that. I wonder what it is about that particular text box in the code.
There's a technical explanation. There's an actual reason why it is like that. I have no clue.
Here's another one that me and Keys, whenever we see it, we're like, oh, Ironmon memories. Oh, Nugget Bridge, Gary.
Just ruins everything.
I love Pidgeotto. So what is ultimately the moveset you're going to have at the end? I know it involves Earthquake, but what else does it have?
Why did you sand attack? So we're going to get Earthquake eventually. We're going to do Thunderbolt. We're going to have Horn Drill. We're going to have Blizzard. Because Blizzard in Gen 1 is really good because it's just as strong as it normally is, but it's 90 accurate instead of 75 for whatever reason.
Wow.
Okay, please land this. I know you got sand attacked, but I believe in you. Yeah! All right, land this one too, I believe.
Aw,
yeah!
See, that made up for some of the RNG there, Keys. Come on, one more. Yeah! All
there was
right.
no sand. We did it.
Good job, Keys.
Your sand was fake. But yeah, as I mentioned, I got instant text. As you can see, instead of one character a frame, it's one text box a frame.
Mm-hmm.
So that obviously adds up a lot. It makes it more than worth the detour to get it. That's what I love about a lot of speedrun routes is when you do something completely unintuitive, but it actually saves you a ton of time.
But yeah, but it's even if Dig was a possibility, a lot of that would have never occurred to me. All I could think about is, oh my gosh, every time I want to attack, you have to go under the ground first. But when you explained it to me, it makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're just gonna beat up these 5 trainers to get a fabulous prize. No nefarious doings here.
You mean the prize of joining Team Rocket?
You know how disappointed I was as a kid that I really wanted to.
You're like, wait, where's the yes option?
Yeah, there was no option. Illusion of choice.
I think that would make a really cool Pokemon game if you could play as Team Rocket.
I know there's a fan game that lets you play as Team Rocket, but I don't recall it being that good.
Yeah.
So if someone in chat knows, some easy fan creation, techno mumbo jumbo. I sound like such a boomer right now. And you want to make a really cool fan game, that's the way to go.
Have you played the fan game Pokemon This Gym of Mine? That was actually kind of neat.
I have not, no.
Yeah, you get your own Pokemon gym and you have to... I think you do have to fight Team Rocket at one point, but it's really cool. Like, I would recommend it.
I know when I was a kid, I found Pokemon Diamond, like not the real one on DS, but like the one that was actually just Telefang.
Yes.
It's called Pokemon Diamond. So when real Pokemon Diamond came out, I was like, huh?
Oh, yeah, I bet you that was confusing.
Incredibly confused. You know, I'm going to say this and immediately miss, but we have not missed a Mega Punch yet, even with Sand. So that's really good.
That is on you if that happens. I did not say a thing.
Look, I Gen 1 missed a Poison Sting. I deserve this.
I mean, you're not wrong. Have the Team Rocket game in the style of Arceus. Yeah, Keys loved Arceus, by the way. I remember.
I argue until I'm blue in the face. It's the best Pokemon game in the franchise. I want more.
You want more?
I want more Let's Go games, and I want more Legends games. I don't even care about main story anymore, or mainline games. I want the good stuff. Inject the Arceus in my veins, please.
Okay, I didn't realize how odd Mankey's sprite looks in this game.
Yeah, the fun thing about a lot of the sprites here is like this. It's kind of like how, you know, like Forbidden Memories, they made it before they understood the rules.
Yes.
Like that's kind of what a lot of the artwork in this is. It's basically Forbidden Memories rules. Like, oh, well, here's the general idea of what it's supposed to be, so we're going to do this. And it's just way off base.
The gist.
Like Ekans, easy. It's a snake. You can't really mess that one up. Zubat, it looks like it has a snake face. Like, oh, it looks like a bat, I guess.
Again, I mistaken it for a Cobra head. I know that's not what it was, but that's what I saw growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw Arbok, and I was like, oh. Okay.
Dude.
So question from the chat, would you play a Pokemon game where all the regions are in one game and it's like a massive adventure? Like it's just you go along all the regions getting all the badges.
Oh, I would. 100%. No hesitation.
I mean, other than the fact that I know you love Arceus, my association with it was your interpretation of the shoes that you wear at the beginning of that. You told me that the shoes in Arceus looked like poop bags, and I can't unsee it now.
What? They do! They do! They really do! They look like what you put on your feet when, like, you didn't clean up your backyard for a winter. Like, they really just look like poop bags. I can't get over it.
Well, I can't unsee it now.
Good. Join me. Join me in suffering. It's ridiculous.
Now, I would actually enjoy a Pokemon MMO. I think that would be a ton of fun.
I think a Pokemon MMO would slap. I would give up RuneScape for it.
I would probably give up World of Warcraft for it. It would be fun.
Didn't Magic come out with an MMO of some sort?
Oh, that kind of flopped, honestly.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about it, and I think at one point we were both like doing it in our streams. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. You're like, I don't know, me either. And then it like disappeared.
I mean, like, Pokemon seems to do really good, like, outside of its normal genres. I mean, Unite, I've never played Unite because I don't really like MOBA games personally.
Yeah.
It's not that I dislike them, it's just, like, not my kind of game. But, like, I have so many friends that still play it.
Did you ever play Pokemon Rumble I think it was on the Wii at the time?
There's a Pokemon Rumble game that was on 3DS that I played.
It was really good. I actually enjoyed the Rumble series. I thought it was very cute.
I think the sprites are really, really adorable.
Yes. I actually really enjoyed Scarlet Violet. I feel like they hit it out of the park with Scarlet Violet.
The one thing that I don't like about Scarlet and Violet, I mean, other than like the obvious like performance issues that are still there,
yeah,
the one thing I don't like about it is, as someone who does have some vision issues, them getting rid of the sparkling noise for shiny Pokemon really sucks for accessibility.
I totally understand that. Yeah, valid.
All right, so right there we got a sub menu pop up because the game asked if we wanted to learn Thrash. So now our text is back to normal. So we maintained our instant text that entire time, and it saves. I don't remember how much time it saves. Like 45 seconds, maybe. It's a non-negligible amount.
Can you go back and change or fix in air quotes the text box again?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you don't have the bike voucher, you can set it up again, which we will definitely do.
So I assume then you don't get the bike at all in the game because you can get around. We do. Okay.
Yeah, the bike movement saves more time than the instant text would throughout the whole time.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the first time and this is responding to chat, the first time I saw a shiny Pokemon, it was in Pokemon Silver. It was a Bellsprout, and there was that sound there, Keys. That was one of the only implications I had, or indications rather, that was a shiny. So no, that's definitely necessary because it would be so easy to just, especially on the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color, look past that.
I forgot to use my candy. That would have been horrible. Yeah, speaking of getting it again, I'm going to get it again. Yeah. My text box is Newman right now. So speedy, quick. So because of that, we want to take advantage of fights as much as possible. Also, unlike a lot of the older routes, we actually get less experience. So we're actually doing this dig rocket fight before Misty, because otherwise we're going to be under-leveled for Misty. But we have instant text. So again, it's one of those cases where we're just going to save a ton of time.
I think about what is next for Pokemon, other than like just adding more Pokemon and adding another gen. I feel like it should go along the route of just trying to do new, innovative things with Pokemon.
Yeah, the fact that they made an open world Pokemon, like I want them to improve on that.
Yeah, agreed.
Because it's going to be really weird going back to the old formula. Between Arceus and Scarlet, like I don't find as much enjoyment in the linear games now. That's why I do like the item randomizers and stuff.
No, that makes perfect sense. And honestly, with the way Pokemon functions as a world, I believe that the trainers can visit the gyms in any order. And that's what Scarlet Violet, I feel like, was getting at. Also, I think we've reached peak gym leader status. There will never be another Larry. Like, Larry is the great. Larry is literally the company telling us that they know we've been playing this since we were kids. Larry is what we didn't want to grow up to become, but have. Just his attitude towards everything is so great. I love Larry. Best character in a Pokemon game by far.
Larry is the greatest of all time. Please don't crit me. Okay, good. I didn't save because saving would have gotten rid of my instant text, so I took the gamble.
I don't think I've ever giggled at a text in a Pokemon game as much as like Larry's like text and expressions. And then I saw him later on in the game. I don't want to spoil for anyone, but you see Larry later on, and it's just like, oh my gosh, yes, please.
Trying to avoid spoiling it as much as possible. Yeah. It's very relatable when Larry shows up and he's like, yeah, I need 2 jobs to survive.
Yeah, see, chat loves Larry too. That is awesome. Thank you, chat. You got good taste.
Larry is my favorite character in that game. It's not even like there's like, you know, B tier characters, there's A tier characters, there's S tier characters, and then there's Larry tier. There's nothing better than Larry.
Not only that, the setting in which you first meet Larry is also amazing. I'd be like, I'd sit down and have a meal with Larry before I'd fight him. That's so relatable.
Me too. What a guy.
Sit down, have a bowl of ramen with him, be like, okay, I guess we gotta do this thing now. Picks his briefcase up.
I still owe T-Pat ramen. I was supposed to get T-Pat ramen like months ago.
I'll let you know if I see him in the chat.
I hope not, because then he'll know that I know still.
Someone in chat's like, who the heck is Larry? Play Scarlet Violet. That's all I'll say. We're not going to spoil anything. But you need to, or at the very least, if you don't want to play Scarlet Violet, like, look it up at some point. Watch some videos about him. He's so good.
All right, no quick attacks from that fight. That's nice. I think the game in general is just treating us nice now that we left Mount Moon.
Yeah. Oh, sounds like Iron Man.
Yeah, exactly. You leave Mount Moon, you get to relax for a little bit. Hope that Surge doesn't beat you up somehow.
But I feel like, yeah, there's not too many relatable gym leaders, but I feel like Larry is the kind of person I would like to sit down and have a meal with and just ask, like, so how's your day-to-day life and, what you do, gym leading, then your job.
Yeah. I'd befriend Larry for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we're making our way to the boat. We got another fight here that we utilize instant text in, and then we'll lose our instant text.
Oh, you know what I want, Keys, and I think you would agree? Can we get a modern Pokemon TCG, like the Game Boy Pokemon TCG? Like a modern
I would love that.
Version of that. Like, that would be so much fun.
I would love that so much.
Like, even if it was just the old
there's a
cards.
TCG online stuff, I guess, but it's not the same.
No, like, give me a story. Give me, like, let's go get the medals again. Let's go take down the Grandmasters. Like, Pokemon TCG was such great design, and then we didn't even get the second Pokemon TCG in North America, and I still have to go play the translated version at some point, because I've heard that that's really good and a lot of fun.
Yeah, I actually started replaying it because it's on Switch.
Yeah, I played through the Switch version when it first came out, and it's still as good as I remember. And I'll tell you, for a Game Boy Color game, it aged very gracefully. I was pleasantly surprised with how good it looks still.
All right, unfortunately, we lost our instant text because we got sand, and I finally did miss. So I don't want to play it too risky.
But yeah, like, even give me like a modern version with fixed rules for Forbidden Memories that uses old school Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Give me like Invasion of Chaos back, and give me like a fixed Forbidden Memories where everything doesn't have polymerization. And I would be very content with that.
Incoming HD remake.
Oh my gosh, even if it was the old messed up version with an HD remake, I'd play it. Hands down.
I just recently did a fan mod of Forbidden Memories that put Pokemon in it, and that was really interesting and like a lot of fun, but also a big headache at the same time because like you had to think about things slightly differently.
Oh, I bet. Now let me ask you this: have you played FM since?
No.
Okay, I was wondering if it messed up the way you played FM after that.
I actually, on my channel, I have a sub goal up to try and 100% the Pokemon mod.
I thought you were going to say FM, and I was going to tell you, Keys, I'm your friend, and I appreciate
I've done Hundo FM before.
Oh, no way! No!
And I did it in one sitting. It took 27 hours because I did the 15 card mod because I'm not that much of a masochist.
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing single card. That's a month. Assuming you like play every day for like at least a few hours, you just gave yourself a month-long commitment.
Yeah, by the way, use both of those links. Use one to follow Keys and use the other one to subscribe to Keys. I'm telling y'all now, Keys is just fantastic streamer, fantastic person, so please be sure to give Keys a follow.
You also get to see my dog more often.
Geese.
Happens to be napping behind me. Maybe that's why I missed. That's why the sand attack finally worked. She stopped cheering for me. She took a nap.
Yeah, so that's why, the other reason why I like to have Keys on here every once in a while. Me and Keys actually have a lot of interests in common in terms of, like, card games, video games. I mean, it's always nice catching up over this.
A mild little shop there.
I gotta go back. I've never played the old Magic the Gathering game, Shendalar, but that's one Oth has been wanting me to play for a while. So many people have been talking that video game up in particular. Up there goes Poison Sting. There goes the Gen 1 miss move that I will forever associate with that.
Awful. All right, so there is a can manip I can do, and I need to remember how it goes.
Oh, Keys, I just saw your Yuki emote. That's really good. That's a really well-drawn emote.
Yeah, Emre drew it for me. Surprise, surprise.
It's really good. Well, that and also, too, if you get Keys' emotes, who can resist the Lechonk one? That's the one I always love from Keys' set.
Oops. Doo-doo-doo. All right, let's see if I remember how to do that. I'm also doing the cheater palette here because this lets you see in Mount Moon, not Mount Moon, in Rock Tunnel. I don't need it, but I think it's nice to have like a visual for people that are watching.
Sure, I agree.
We'll see if I did it right.
I'm interested to actually see this. Wait, did you manip this, Keys?
Yep.
Wow!
Yeah!
That room gave me a headache growing up, and you just manipulate that. And I won't even call it a puzzle. Some people call it, I'm like, that's not a puzzle. That's
It's
an
not
RNG
a puzzle.
nightmare.
A puzzle can be solved with thinking, not luck.
So here comes Surge here. And here's the thing about Red and Blue versus Pokemon Yellow. I actually like the gym fights better in Yellow because I believe Surge just has a really powerful Pikachu and Raichu, whereas here, Surge has electric Pokemon, and it kind of takes away from the character, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Yellow's Surge fight is way scarier than Red's because his Raichu is large and in charge and can do a lot of stuff to you.
Keys, it's Friend. It's Raichu. Bye, Raichu.
It is Friend.
I love Raichu.
I love Friend.
Yeah. I should get a Raichu emote that flips over like your Lechonk does. Tail it all.
Yeah, when we, since you mentioned the Yuki drawing, when we, oops, I talked to him again. When we get back from whenever the break is, I can show everyone in chat the Christmas present that Emre got me that has that drawing.
Aww. Also, the break can be whenever you need it to be, Keys. Just let us know when you want to take a break and you can do it.
Oh, I'm in the zone. I need to be stopped.
Okay, there is a Pikachu emote in chat that's actually really good. I won't mention it, but I like that one a lot.
My favorite Pokemon, Rapidash. It cute, lovely, stunning.
Hey, Rapidash is a beautiful mon.
I do like Rapidash. Shiny Rapidash is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So this segment, correct me if I'm wrong, Keys, compared to the Mount Moon segment, this one seemed like it went pretty well for you overall.
Yeah, like, I mean, there's only like one thing that really went wrong, and it was very minor. Mm-hmm. Also, goodbye our chance to ever get instant text again. But yeah, no, it went really well. We only missed once the whole time, which is obviously really nice.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna teach. This is one of the big reasons that I liked using Nidoking. Like I remember I got one because I accidentally moonstoned it with not realizing that meant that I would not be able to learn more moves other than Thrash. Then I learned as a kid that it got Thunderbolt for some reason. I was like, but it's a ground type. Yeah. That's so cool.
Well, also, couldn't Gyarados learn like a very much uncanny amount of moves? Like it could learn Thunderbolt, it could learn Fire Blast, and it's like, what?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I like the Galarian, Ponyta, and Rapidash. I see them a lot on Pokemon Go because they hatch a lot. They're very cute. Oh yeah, another great Pokemon in this game, sprite-wise. I really like Arcanine Sprite.
Arcanine Sprite is very cute.
It's adorable. Such a deadly Pokemon, but it's just like so cute in its picture.
I like Nidoking's sprite in yellow because he tries to look menacing.
Yeah.
But like he just looks cute.
I know exactly what you're talking. Yellow sprites in general, like you remember Raichu's in yellow? Raichu just looks so cute in yellow.
Yeah. He's just sitting there like a friend.
Picking it up real quick because I wanted to. Oh yeah, yep. Raichu just looks so happy in that one.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I know I'm racing against the clock here, but I want to try to give people a somewhat authentic Gen 1 experience. So I'm actually going to take a save at some point in time and then go for the risky strats. And if it goes south, then we'll just reset and then proceed like I didn't do the risk.
Oh yeah, the one. Okay, I just saw the one from yellow again. Yeah, it's the one where Raichu's sitting on its butt. Its feet are facing up. The tail's pointing up. It just looks like it's like sliding down something.
Mm-hmm.
Aww.
Yeah, this is why this palette is really nice visually. You don't need flash, and you can see everything. You can't see it well.
Oh,
You can see it.
I forgot how cute Cubone looks in this game.
All right, so purposeful Thunderbolt there because I'm getting hit by Bone Club. Now my health is very low, which is exactly what I want. I have the red bar jingle. If anyone hasn't noticed at this point in time, not that I've had red bar that much this run, but it skips cries and jingles. So I was able to get past the jingle for the level up really quickly there. Slowpoke's cry was shortened, etc., etc. This saves a ton of time, but it is obviously very risky.
Oh, I like what you've done here, by the way, with the palette keys. So how exactly do you achieve this for folks who may want to try doing this themselves?
So when you start the game, the big Game Boy BIOS splash screen, if you hold up and B, you will get this palette. And if you did not know you could do that, when you are on the Game Boy BIOS screen, any combination of directionals A and B can lead to a different palette, and it's really nice. I think down A or up A or something is like a softer blue palette, which I really like. Okay, good. And then this Bulbasaur's a range. Good. All right, so my risk is never punished. Go me.
Wow, I really like what you've done here with Rock Tunnel. I've never seen this before, and it's really cool.
It looks so much nicer. Like, obviously, catching the 10 Mons to get the Flash HM and having something can use Flash is way slower. Me putting this palette on actually does make me lose a little bit of time. Not because of the palette itself, but when I did the manipulation for the cans, there's a faster manipulation that you can do. But I figured the tiny bit of time lost just so it's more visually accessible for everyone is totally worth it.
Now, Keys, we know your dog is still very much a puppy. How has the dog been behaving like so well during this? You were talking about how your dog just graduated.
Yeah, so we've been taking her to puppy classes, and anyone who ever goes to like PetSmart, they have a bunch of like training and obedience classes, and there's different difficulties. There's the puppy/beginner class, there's intermediate, and there's advanced. And she passed her puppy classes with flying colors. She's now in the intermediate class, which is really funny because when she was in the puppy class, she was much bigger than every other dog. But now that she's in the intermediate class, she is one of the smaller dogs.
And just like that, you're outside of Rock Tunnel. Very good.
Yeah, we're free again.
Now, see, right there again, I had that Ironmon instinct saying, wait, why aren't you going to Lavender Tower first?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The first Red Archipelago I did, I was still in the mindset of Ironmon, so I was like, why won't this work? Why can't I go in here? I'm so confused. $13 HP. So I'm gonna do late horn drill strats. Which, if you know the game, you know what I mean. If you don't,
yep.
I'm just thinking out loud, so I remember what to do.
Now, because you use horn drill, do you use a PowerPoint Max on it?
No, but we do use the X accuracies just so that trick works. But yeah, we don't upgrade it in any way.
Gotcha.
Older routes did, but the older routes didn't have a Nidoran that balled like this one. So.
So this only works in Gen 1, the X accuracy with the horn drill?
No, it also works in Gen 2. It just works a little differently. So Gen 2's X accuracies also bypass the accuracy check, but one-hit KO moves in that game are based on... Oh, that's the wrong guy. No, that was the right guy. They're based on level instead of speed. So if you're the same level or higher, then you can do it. Seven, 4. Yeah, so Gen 1 specifically, you can land it if you are faster or if you're the same speed. Gen 2 and onward, it's same level or higher. So with that in mind, some people have asked me before, like, why not do like horn drill strats or something in Gen 2? And the easy answer is you just can't get it fast enough.
What is the Pokédoll for?
For more cheating.
Understood. Look forward
Yeah,
to it.
we use the Pokédoll to bypass the Marowak ghost, which means we don't have to go to the Rocket hideout. We got the Soda Pop there because she gives us the TM for Rock Slide, which we're going to teach real soon. Buy some more items.
Good question here. Compared to when you were actively running this game, has your favorite Pokemon changed?
Yes. Yes, because I never used to care for Tangela or Jinx, and even though they have absolutely nothing to do with this run, I've played Pokemon so much that now I love Tangela and Jinx.
Don't you call Tangela like Wiggly Woo or something like that?
Sure do. Good old Wiggly Woo. I cannot remember for the life of me. It was so long ago, but there is someone doing a Nuzlocke on YouTube, and he nicknamed his Tangela Wiggly Woo. And I told myself if I ever got partner, then I would make a Wiggly Woo emote and just steal the idea and take claim. All right, we got a big menu here, which I already messed up.
Okay, good question here, because this is one that I would like to understand more. Why are things like skipping the ghost in the instant text box is allowed in a glitchless category? So I'm thinking that when it says glitchless, there's no major glitches, but I assume minor glitches are still allowed.
Pretty much. One of the biggest jokes in the community is red and blue are glitchless. Not glitchless. It's just you glitch less because you cannot physically play this game glitchless. Like, it is impossible. If you somehow avoid badge boosts, which are a glitch, if you somehow avoid that, then you can make it as far as the last Viridian rival fight, because the Viridian rival fight's intro and outro, the music glitches. You're damned to nothing but glitches in this game. It is impossible to play it glitchless. For the Pokédoll thing, the big argument is it's not a glitch. The item is functioning exactly as intended. It's just in a way that you don't expect it to work. Instant text, I don't remember why the ruling is the way it is. I'm not gonna argue with it though. I'm gonna abuse it. I did not mean to rock slide, but that will still kill. I think probably after I finish this tower would probably be a good time for a break.
Okay, sounds good. I see the pupper in the background just rusting on the floor.
Yeah, something that we learned. So she's a Samoyed, if people are wondering what breed she is. Samoyeds are quite the character. So they're known for their smile. They have like a really big smile no matter what. They were also trained to be sled dogs initially. But so many other people that I know, also I'm going to save here. So many people that I know that have Samoyeds, they always talk about how no matter what, they never lay in their bed. Like you can buy them a really nice fancy bed. They prefer the floor and the concrete. And it drives me off the wall because I bought her this nice $100 bed. It's just off in the corner. And she's like, nah, I like the cold concrete. And I'm like, no, Yuki, why?
She's a very good dog, for anyone wondering. I got a chance to see her a little bit more during the pre-show, and she's so well behaved, and she's so happy.
She's a good girl.
She reminds me of Amaterasu a little bit from Okami.
Is it this? Okay, I almost picked the wrong item. I forgot where the elixir was. Goodness. I'm not used to seeing these vanilla items.
Well, I mean, that's part of being rusty, too, right? Is sometimes every now and then.
Well, see, this is a segment that, like I was talking about before with Dig, this is a segment where things would be faster. So like I said, with Surge, you would just dig, and you could be at the worst possible health that you ever want, and he could never touch you. With this area, if you had Dig, not only would you not have to teach Rock Slide, so you wouldn't have to get it, but Dig has 100% in quotes. It can still Gen 1 miss, but Dig has 100% accuracy, whereas Rock Slide does not. So you can play this a lot riskier. There was an old risky strat that I don't know if it's something that's considered anymore, but you would actually skip the heal pad by fighting another trainer, so you can keep your red bar. And she has a Haunter, and I would imagine if you were able to teach Dig, you would want to do that because the time save from the red bar would be enough to justify the extra fight. There's a lot that goes into this.
It is, and I'm sure this is a run that's been around for a while. I mean, it's Pokemon Red, so folks have been working on this probably for over a decade, if I were to guess.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Horn Drill. The only thing, and this is just like casual outside observer, about Horn Drill is that it only has 5 moves on it. Do you just save up all of your restores for that? Or how exactly is that going to work as the run goes on?
It's pretty much that. Like you use it when you know that you're able to use it more than once. And then you always have like ethers or elixirs. Like we have a max ether and a bunch of elixirs right now. The big thing is Nidoking in general is just really strong, and our moveset is so good that we don't really need to rely on Horn Drill too terribly much until the end game when we are underleveled. Like right now, we're gonna Thunderbolt this fight. The next fight is obnoxious enough to where we're gonna set up an X accuracy for Horn Drill, but then the fight after that, it's just gonna be regular moves again.
Now, what is up with Golbat's sprite there? That was one that I'm like, I'm not quite sure what they were thinking.
They really wanted you to make sure that it was a bat. What throws me off is how Golbat turns into Crobat. I do not understand that. Different color, the mouth is smaller, one looks way better than the other. Like the glow up between Golbat and Crobat is ridiculous.
You can definitely tell they were from 2 different gens.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Coughing's sprite here is kind of cute. It's got that little smile going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we set up Horn Drill for this fight because we don't have anything that will kill the Drowsy in one shot as far as I'm aware. Mm-hmm. And I think at this level, Drowsy has Psybeam or Psychic. Whereas Coughing cannot do anything to you anyway. So it's just a really, like, free setup. Like, Coughing tickles you.
So many easy bats. Yeah, Dragonite or Dragonite was always one I was confused on myself.
Mm-hmm.
I love both Mons, but they just look entirely different.
I know, like, one of the fan theories is, like, Gyarados' design was supposed to be the Dragonite design, and then the Dragonite design was supposed to be, like, the Gyarados design, because, like, Magikarp's orange and Gyarados is blue, like, and that kind of stuff. I don't know how much I believe that one. I do believe the one where they say that Venomoth and Butterfree are swapped. Because Venonat and Butterfree have the same exact eyes.
Yeah. Oh, I always thought too in Pokemon Legends Arceus that the Venonats in that game look super cute with the big eyes.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, as soon as I grab this Poké-Flute, we can go ahead and take a break.
All right, sounds good. Just be sure to count us down. We'll get a good, accurate countdown on this timer.
Yep. All right, I'm going to count us down. We're going to pause in 3, 2, 1, pause.
All right, so very much looking forward to the second half of this run, but we are going to be heading into our wellness break here. I do want to let folks know that your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits shared on the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick Hotfix. If you enjoy watching speedruns daily, such as the first step, by the way, consider subscribing to the channel. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, hello. Also, be sure to follow Kizaron. Be sure to press the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. Also, go to twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick to watch our shows live. And with that being said, folks, you are not going to want to miss a minute of this action. We're going to take our wellness break. Be sure to hydrate, stretch. We'll be right back with Mercy Kill. Welcome back to Mercy Kill. I am here with Kizaron. Yes, that Kizaron of the first step. And this is Pokemon Red, any percent glitchless, the rematch, which Keys is feeling pretty good about the run so far from what I gathered.
I haven't crashed.
Yeah, that's improvement right there. All right, Keys, on your count, let's get this timer started again.
All right, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. It's really funny that I unpause because I go to the menu anyway, but I didn't want to feel like I was getting extra time.
Keys, I'm not gonna rule shark you here.
Oh, well, listen. Hobbs would call me out on it.
Yeah, but I'm not Hobbs. We've established that
This is true.
I actually make a pretty good temporary Hobbs in a pinch.
Mm-hmm. All right, so like I mentioned before, your hub is where you use the Pokemon Center. So that is why I use the center there. Except ignore me, because I am thinking old route. I'm supposed to go to the right, not the left. Silly me. We do Silphco way earlier than back in my day. Oh, my movement's so terrible right now.
Yeah, and in Kaizo Ironmon, we've been talking about it a lot. Silphco is actually one of the last things that you do.
Yeah. Silphco's so scary, though. I kept pressing the select button because I started thinking about, like, Gen 2. I was trying to get on my bike, but that is not how you get on your bike in this game.
So I assume you go to Silph early to get Earthquake. Do I understand that?
So we are going to get Earthquake in, like, the next 5-ish minutes or so. We don't need to get it quite yet. It is kind of convenient, though. But we're actually going to do all of Silph before we get the the TM, because there is a fight that you have to do if you get it early. So it is faster to clear this place out.
Which is terrifying considering Giovanni's much easier if you have Earthquake on you, but you have Bubble Beam, that should pull its weight.
All right, I'm hoping we don't get glared. That's good.
Yeah, Glare is okay. Glare is on. What are the odds of Glare hitting? That is 60%, 50%, somewhere in that range.
I think Glare is actually like high accuracy, but like he's not very likely to use it. But I'm unsure. Also, you skip like my Kaizo brain's like, oh man, I gotta fight like 37 trainers or whatever. We only fight like 3 in the run.
You have a dog behind you. I see the little tail poking.
Hello. You bring me your toy?
Aww.
Cutie. Played a little bit during the break. We'll play more when we're done. Yeah. You puppy. Also, tiny optimization right there. I went up 1 tile before I activated the trigger because if you take the lower path to Rival, he walks all the way around you, and Rival in this game walks at half speed for whatever reason. Speed blade here. Now more advanced runs of this would try to take a hit from this Gyarados and get knocked into red bar, but we are not doing that. I already showed off the red bar risk once. I'm not gonna be that risky. We're just gonna casually mash A and horn drill everything.
Ah, I forgot how cool Alakazam's sprite looks. I love it.
I like how one of his spoons is bent. There's so much charm to these older sprites.
Looking at all the sprites again, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Dragonite. Dragonite's my favorite Pokemon. Gyarados might be my favorite sprite, though, from this gen.
Yeah, Gyarados looks menacing. No matter what, like whether it's the red sprite or the yellow sprite, like you know that Gyarados is going to wreck your day. I also really like the Lapras sprites too.
Oh yeah.
Basically, like any Watermon for the most part is very, very good.
Oh, and also for any mon that's our person who's like, oh yeah, Gyarados is easy, just use an electric move. Try to fake Gyarados without an electric move and see where that gets you. Maybe Psychic would be okay, but still, without electricity, Gyarados is a menace. I think mine carried something like Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Surf. Like, I did not mess around with my Gyarados.
Alright, so I waited to use my Elixir to get my Horn Drills back in this fight just so my health could get a little lower. We do want to try and set up like a low health here, but it's not a big deal. Like we just want to be set up for a big red bar later.
Yeah, Horn Drill is so good. Keys was talking earlier about how Horn Drill plays a big role in this speedrun. I never realized this till now, but Geo's sprite in Gen 1 looks like Barbarous. I didn't see it till now. That's great. Oh, here's another one. So Kangaskhan, Keys. I was so sad in Gen 1 because I kept wanting to catch Kangaskhan, but like the only way you could catch it, the best word I can describe it is convoluted. Convoluted, because I could never seem to catch it. It always rained for me in Safari Zone, and it was a rare one on top of it.
Safari Zone's so horrible in this game for the rares.
Yeah, it is. And you would know, too, because if you do a Gen 1 catch-em-all, you know, from Retro Achievements, I'm sure you're going to experience that again.
Yeah, I am going to go to Red, but I'm not going to look forward to it. All right, so now we're going to backtrack a little bit because, like I mentioned before, we used to get the Earthquake TM much earlier, but we would have to do a fight to get it. But now we can just, now that we've cleared out the rockets, we can just go ahead and grab it, avoid the fight.
And now
there's also a rare candy here, too. So we get a candy and Earthquake.
So I take it the rare candy glitch is too glitchy for this. Like, that would fall under
I
glitch.
picked up the wrong item. Also, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
All right, now I go to the left. I gotta remember I gotta throw away that Carbos. I'm supposed to have it. Our inventory is very limited. You're only allowed 20 items in Gen 1 games, so getting extra items is kind of bad.
Is that all?
Yup, it's very minuscule. I'll go ahead and get rid of that. There, use the Poke Flute. Like a lot of really optimal Gen 1 runs, which I'm not doing too great in this aspect right now because I'm rusty, but like menuing is huge. There's something that I think it was either 5 Uppa or Cool Trainer Michael. There's a very like boomer speedrunner of Pokemon. And they were like, there's so much out of your control that you might as well take advantage of what is in your control in this.
Mm-hmm.
So menuing is the easiest way to lower your times in this game. It's just even if you just make a save and redo the menu over and over and over until it's muscle memory, like it's one of the only things that's in your control. So it's a really important tool and skill to have.
By the way, shout outs to Snorlax. I just want to say because we had passed one because, oh my gosh, I love Snorlax.
Mm-hmm. Snorlax is great. Earthquake.
If I ever had enough disposable income, I would get the huge Snorlax beanbag chair on the Pokemon Center site. So cute.
Mm-hmm. All right, the Safari movement's a little different from what I remember, but we'll see if I still remember.
Yeah, so Case was talking earlier about how Safari Zone isn't exactly the best place, but it has a lot of great Pokemon in it. If you go fishing in the first zone, for instance, you can get Dratini, which that's a must-have for me. How about you, Keys? Did you catch anything in the Safari Zone for your team when you play this casually?
I got a Tauros,
Mm-hmm.
and Tauros is another favorite of mine.
It's a good one.
But I was still so happy with my Nidoking that Tauros eventually just was put to the side.
Oh, so you know all about how difficult it is to catch rare Pokemon. Tauros was another one.
Oh,
kept running from you, kept running from you.
Yep.
It's like a
Tauros, Chansey, Scyther, Pinsir, all of them, just absolute nightmares. All right, so we took our detour here because we need Surf and Strength. We get Strength by giving the gold teeth back to the Warden, and we get Surf as a prize for making it this far. now we're gonna go rush Koga. And by rush Koga, I mean apparently open my Pokedex.
Did you ever, on Pokemon Stadium 1, play the triple Game Boy speed?
Yes.
Do you remember when the bird took off? It was like, you know, made this like
Yes.
raspberry sound. It was amazing. I was like...
I know the Japanese community actually has like official speedrun leaderboards for the Game Boy Tower speed ups.
Oh, that's cool. I never knew that.
Which if there's ever a way to play the game fast, that sure is one of them.
Yeah, I mean, if you're used to playing this game on triple speed or beyond triple speed, all your non-runners will know this. You will eventually not want to play on regular speed. No.
Yeah, like anytime I've ever done Crystal for Hotfix, or even the item rando race that I did with Shen and Prism for one of the GDQ events, we were using a modification called Speed Choice, and it makes anything and everything super nice, QOL, blah, blah, blah. When I started doing my retro achievements for Crystal, I didn't realize that even if you do hardcore as your options, that you are allowed to use the speed up button. So for the first like 2 days, I played it normal speed, and I was like, what is this? This is torture. This is the war crime. Like, what is this? This is the worst feeling. Everything was so slow and miserable.
And that's how, watching this, I'm like, you know, how did I have the patience to grind in this game?
Right.
Yeah. And then we didn't have to. We had the rare candy glitch back in the day. And then whenever you played against your friends, everybody had to have level 100 Pokemon because of that.
Oh, I found a glitched Snorlax once, and it was like level 130 something. Like it was past 100.
Yeah.
And I brought that in a link battle with a friend, and he hit a horn drill on me, and
I see.
My HP glitched, and we put our Game Boys on because I had like a charge dock for the old Game Boys, which was really handy, and we put our Game Boys on the dock. And he stayed for the weekend, so like 24 hours later, we go back to our Game Boys. They're still on, and my health bar is still going down.
That's amazing.
Nice Gen 1 miss.
I guess that's what a tie looks like in Pokemon. What Q's just described was the Game Boy.
Please just kill me. Please just kill me. Thank you.
My Spearow.
Actually, I think that was I should have sent in a different mon. Oh well. All right, so 2 Gen 1 misses this run.
Wow.
That's funny.
And that's a 1 out of 1.
This is the big reason why I wanted to take some damage in Silphco, even though we weren't doing the big risky red bar strats. What we do in this fight is we actually purposefully die on the Weezing, because the only move it's going to use on us is self-destruct. And then we'll use rare candies to revive ourselves with a minuscule amount of health and just get really easy red bar.
So like here.
Oh no, I died. Oh god, he crit me. That was so rude.
Rude.
All right. Yeah, and see, our bag is full, so he couldn't give us the TM, so we save a little bit of time there.
Make space
like
for
bag,
this.
Bag stuff is yeah. Here is a thing. Yeah, see, we used the candy, and even though we had 0 health, they gave us some of our health back, so now I have 9 health and the easiest red bar you're ever gonna get.
Well, if you like retro achievements, chat, be sure to follow Keysron. For folks watching on YouTube, that is twitch.tv/Keysron.
That's me.
That's you. But yeah, Keys has been working on retro achievements lately, so if you enjoy that, you'll enjoy Keys' stream. And of course, Archipelago as well, too. Keys loves a good Archipelago.
I don't remember what my menu.
Question from the chat. What is your favorite Gen 1 gym leader casually playing?
Gen 1 gym leader casually. Sabrina from Red, not Yellow. Yellow is kind of a pain in the butt.
But we were talking earlier, our collective favorite gym leader is still Larry from Gen 9.
Yeah.
We had a whole conversation about Larry earlier.
Larry's the best. All right, so we're going to make our way to the mansion. Unfortunately, we're not going to see any of the cool mons here because we're repelling, but the mansion is probably one of my favorite places to get mons. That and our plant. They both have really cool mons for this game. All right, this isn't Ironmon. This isn't Ironmon. This isn't Ironmon. Okay, good. Trying to stop myself from going up extra stairs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, I got the I got the turn frame. I got the swag door. Swag button, rather. All right, so we're going to pick up Blizzard. And like I said before, Blizzard is actually incredibly good in Gen 1.
Chat, Larry's awesome. I think every OG Pokemon player was like, that's me! Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially us boomer Pokemon players.
Oh, yeah. All right.
That is quick. I blinked and you were done with this piece.
That menu is like still like a newer menu compared to some of the menus that I did when I grinded this game, but it's still a pretty intuitive menu, but it's pretty easy to get. Oh, oops. Out.
Well, you still use dig, just not in the way you'd like to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Why is Blizzard so good? Because I believe earlier Keys was talking about Blizzard being a 90% move in this gen.
Yeah, in Gen 1 is 90% for some reason. They didn't think about that one.
I mean, it is only 5 hits, to be fair, but it's 5 mighty hits.
Mm-hmm. So I am going to save here. Even though it is 90%, my health is so low that if I miss, I'm probably dead. So I would hate to lose my red bar.
Oh my gosh, why is Execute so tall?
One of them had a growth spurt.
Evidently. Like, I don't remember Execute being that big of a mon. I always liked in Stadium, when you knocked out Execute, it looked like a bowling ball went over the Executes and it turned into a strike.
Yeah. The animations in the Stadium games are just so good.
Oh, yeah.
They don't miss.
That is a cool Victory Bell.
Victory Bell's a really good mon in Gen 1, and a lot of people don't realize it.
Yeah. Oh, there's Wiggly Woo.
Oh!
No! All right!
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Wiggly Woo did you a favor, Keys. There you go.
Thank you, buddy.
Oh yeah, Vileplume's cute too.
I like how Vileplume is doing like the fedora hat tip, except Vileplume isn't bad. I imagine that Vileplume literally just saying good day to you.
I can't believe Wiggly Woo saved you, Keys.
What a friend.
It was meant to be, Keys.
What a friend.
Even as your opponent, Wiggly Woo contributed to the run when RNG was not favorable to you.
Yeah. All right, I gotta remind myself the order of these questions because in Archipelago, the questions are randomized. And they also like try to make sure that you paid attention to your run. Like, oh, this last asked for a Parasect on Route 10. And it's like, I don't remember.
Wait, is that the... I remember the randomizer asking something about like some kind of like weird random knowledge stuff. Like
yeah, there's one where it asked about like the U.S. code of like transportation or something like that.
Yeah.
Article 48. I don't remember, but I never get it right. Also, there's a lot of questions that are like, Ditto was not a starter. And it's like I lose track of how many knots they said. All right. And an A and then B. See, yellow's nice with this because yellow only makes you sit through this text once. And then it just like instantly goes into the questions. Whereas you just get to mash through it every time.
That question always confused me, the one you just did about the same type are not identical or something like that. Like, I was so confused there.
I remember the Caterpie evolves into Butterfree thing always threw me off because like, no, it evolves into Metapod. But I would get it wrong as a kid.
Yeah.
So some of the reason that we're able to get away with having low health is, I mean, our Mon is really good. But like right here, I'm going to use a setup item, which you would think would be really dangerous because Growlithe could take us out with any of its moves. But Gen 1 has this wonderful thing called Smart AI, which that's not what I expected him to do, but that can also happen. So Growlithe has agility, and agility is a psychic move. So the game is like, oh, you're poison type. Psychic is super effective against poison. I'm going to spam agility until you're dead. For some reason, he can also use a super potion at full health. I don't know how often that happens, but it's always funny when it does.
Oh, yeah. Aww.
The Popper.
Bye, Puppy. We love you. That's such a good emote. Or not emote, sprite.
Mm-hmm.
Although it would make a good emote.
Speaking of Pupper. Yuki, get your head out of there. Hey. Yeah, you. Get over here. Silly girl. Face, your mama's gonna be so mad at me. Oh, you're wagging your tail like you did good.
I see the tail on the camera.
He's like, I played in a dirty spot. I did good. You goof. Giving me the look. I can tell she's ready to play.
Aww. You're almost done.
Yeah, probably like what, 15, 20 minutes, maybe?
Yeah.
How much time do I have on the timer?
I will ask Richard about that. Over 29, just over 29. Thank you. By the way, as with every episode, because it's important to me, I want to shout out Richard on GDQ Tech and also Ray as well. Shout outs to our wonderful, wonderful tech here on GDQ Hotfix. We very much appreciate both Richard and Ray, so thank you. We could not do this without y'all. Venomoth looks goofy in this game.
Mm-hmm. It really does. Venomoth Sprite in yellow is really good. Venomoth Sprite in red is not.
No.
I'm gonna do a little bit of a funky movement thing here. So you can dig out of this gym But it's actually faster to take one teleport before you dig out because you actually cut out some animations by doing that. We're going to take this and then just immediately fly out.
I just like how I can't see the dog. I just see the tail behind you once in a while. It's like the
hello, puppy.
It's like she's cheering you on with like pom poms.
Mm-hmm. She is becoming a daddy's girl. She really, really is attached to me.
No. Blastoise is an awkward sprite in general. No, I think it's adorable in its own way. I've certainly seen better, but I like Blast. I don't think I've met a Blastoise sprite I haven't appreciated or liked. Blastoise is great.
All right, I'm going to save before this next fight because I want to maintain this red bar as long as possible, and this next fight is one that you can easily die in. By easily, I mean it's actually statistically very low to die in this fight, but I always do.
Oh, I do love Hisuian Growlithe and Arcanine. I actually have a Hisuian Arcanine plushie by my stream setup.
The Hisuian Growlithe is such a good boyo.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of folks in chat, Keys, who love your hoodie, like the colors. And
oh, yeah, I got it from I think a lunchbox.
Wait.
Actually, I got it from a mod of mine who got it from lunch. Lunchbox. I think it's box lunch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
What's lunch?
I don't know anything. Listen, the colors, they blind my brain sometimes.
It sounded like you said you got it from a lunchbox, and I was like...
Yeah, exactly. I dug it up from a lunchbox.
And your dog's like, what? Food?
Yeah.
She reacted to that.
Hi, puppy. Yeah.
She's ready to play. See, even speedrunners have time to play fetch with the puppers.
Yeah. All right, so because I missed the blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no. Hold on. How do I want to word this?
Okay.
I missed the blizzard earlier, but it didn't matter because we had just enough spares. That's what I'm trying to say.
Gotcha.
Now, if we miss blizzard a ton here, then that bad.
I mean, Earthquake still works, I assume, pretty well here.
Yeah, Earthquake takes out a lot of these. You blizzard the Rhydon because the animation is faster, but also Rhydon can't do anything to you. All right, good.
What is that Rhydon sprite?
It exists.
Yeah, that's an odd one. Chat thinks that Emre packed the hoodie in your lunchbox.
Oh. Yeah, Emre misunderstood the assignment and she thought she heard hoodie and not hungry, so she put this hoodie in my lunchbox.
I mean, to be fair, it is a good hoodie.
It really is. All right, so as I mentioned before, if you somehow avoided every other glitch in the game, this is where your run would end because you're going to hear the music speed up, and this is a sound glitch. GG, our glitchless run. Not that we've been totally glitchless anyway, but...
It's like what you said, and it's a good way to describe it. It's glitch-less. There's less glitches. I think Link to the Past has like a pretty similar thing. Like they call it like no major glitches instead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is another one of those cases where I'm going in at dangerously low health, but it has agility, which is quote unquote super effective against me, so it's free setup.
And again, what is that?
That's kind of the
Rhyhorn?
gist of this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's huge. It looks like a dinosaur to me.
Yeah. There's my friend. Bye, friend.
That's kind of the gist of this end game is you're taking advantage of the quote unquote good AI to have really good setups.
Still no Arcanine by this route, huh? That's interesting.
Yeah, I never quite understood the team composition here. But he does have the Venusaur.
Venusaur's good friend.
All right. Also, it glitches a second time here. Ridiculous.
All right, Keys, as we're going to the final part of this, I'm rooting so hard for you. I want you to smash this timer.
For not doing a run of this for a long time, I'm quite pleased with the progress I'm making. I can definitely tell that I'm rusty. Also, that Mount Moon was horrible. Also, it's throwing me off seeing all these guards because in Archipelago you only see one. All right, so normally, once we get to the E4, normally you would... This tile notes this out. Normally you would deposit everything but your Nidoking and your bird because that actually helps with a strat against Lorelei. But my bird is fainted because I messed up. Paris should work exactly the same though. So we're taking our Paris to the promised land. But not the good menu land. Right. Also, it's really funny how the guards stop you when you're like this far away. I just imagine them yelling, "Hey, do you have this badge?"
As if they can tell from that far away.
Yeah. You just hold up like a slip of paper that's the same color. Oh, good enough. Welcome to the league.
Also, I don't recall Victory Road being too much of a thing in the anime. Like, I know it's there, but I don't remember there being much of it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty like underplayed compared to like how huge it actually is in this game.
Yeah. Like, I think I remember Ash meeting Bruno, and Bruno like took advantage of Ash to get like chores done. Or something like that. It's been so long since I've seen like the original anime. All I know is that Ash cheats in like half of his gym battles.
Yeah.
And I think there's even like later on, because I didn't watch a lot of the later on part of the anime, but like later on I remember catching like a reference on YouTube where they're like, Ash is like, yeah, most of my like Kanto badges weren't legit. Like there's even like a side made about it. You know,
I mean, he did get his badge from Brock by thunderbolting the sprinkler system.
Yeah.
That's legit, right?
And he got his badge from Erica by saving the gym.
He didn't even beat Sabrina. He just made Sabrina laugh.
And I think he didn't even beat Giovanni. He beat Team Rocket.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't do that in every day that ends in Y.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Gary, like, gets his butt kicked by Geo.
Yeah, because like Gio's testing out the Mewtwo.
Yeah, yeah.
Completely unfair.
Yeah, I would recommend watching the original Pokemon. It is really good. It's corny, and it's like, why does Ash keep winning? But it's good. It's very good. Oh my gosh! I talked to Oz about this lot, so someone said, Sky mentioned the Snorlax sitting back. Guess what internet just throws at me in terms of advertisement? I made an ad pop up on someone's computer. Shame on me.
I'm using a different controller compared to normal. I'm gonna see if I could do a swag boulder. There it is. Oh, I missed. Do it again. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Keys, you got this. I believe in you.
All right. All right, Paris, you're coming with me.
Oh, gosh.
Longer cry than Spiro, but that's fine. So the reason we do this is, for some reason, Lorelai's AI against Nidoking on turn 2, and I'm going to save just in case this doesn't work. But Lorelai's AI on turn 2 is to use rest no matter what. So you send out something else turn 1. So she knocks it out and not the Nidoking, and in turn 2 you get a free setup. Hi, Poppy.
Gonna say, Puppy's here to cheer you on.
Oh, yeah? Oh, hello. Oh my gosh, my menu.
The dog.
Sabotage.
The dog just wants a turn. Let her play.
What? She Gen 1 missed on me. No, I've never seen that. Okay, does she use rest on turn 4? Now I'm extra glad I saved. She actually Gen 1 missed.
The dog wanted to play.
All right, yep, that's fair. That's why I saved.
Yeah, but was it worth it for the dog? I think it was.
It was worth it for the dog. Huh. Oh, hello. Cursed me.
Oh. That is the cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh. Wow, cute.
Oh.
This run's better than the first Mercy kill because of Doggo.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how this goes. We had Doggo.
That was great.
All right. We saw 3 Gen 1 misses. One of them from the AI. Ridiculous. That's Puppy. Well, you didn't have the crit.
Yeah, because that's an extra text box from critting.
Mm-hmm. There you go. This is how it's supposed to go.
Oh, speaking of dogs, by the way, with Awesome Games 2024 coming up, we do, I believe, have a dog doing a run.
Yeah. JSR's Pubbo. Peanut butter.
Peanut butter, yeah.
And not to spoil too much from the desk of the interview team, but we might see Peanut Butter on an interview, maybe. Perhaps.
That may be my favorite guest ever. I'm just saying. I don't know if anyone can compete with a pupper.
Yes, I'm almost done, baby. Done. Yes.
Oh my god. My heart right now, it's just melting, kids. So, you're gonna teach
Very patient girl.
You're gonna teach Yuki a run at some point, aren't you?
God, she would destroy the controller. Be like, oh boy, a toy? Down, baby. Also, I love this. So Horn Drill's a normal type move. So one hit KO, it's not very effective.
Oh, that's great. I never realized that text box.
Not very effective, they say.
Well, you know what, chat? There is one way to guarantee if you want to see more Puppy, follow Keys at twitch.tv/KeysAround. And if you want cute puppy emotes, Keys also has for that. There are some cute puppo emotes on Keys's set, so be sure to drop Keys a follow, maybe a sub if you want to show off Puppy.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we finally got out of Red Bar for the first time in like the past 30 minutes.
Keys gonna be hearing that and it's like,
mm-hmm. Yeah, when I had nightmares of that sound when I like ran this heavily. And a candy down here I'm supposed to use. This fight can be a troll, so I will save to be safe. I'm pretty much saving before the last 3 fights here. Hi. That's my slipper you were nomming on. I see you.
She just wants some attention and love.
Yeah, I want some love. Happy puppy. All right, next special. Fuse Ray sucks.
Oh, it is Gengar, though. I love the Gengar sprite. Ugh. No. Good. No! Okay.
Oh. Okay, that's fine.
Well, who are you asking for help from? This may be one of my favorite runs ever between how awesome Keys is playing and Puppy.
Puppy. Hi, you're on my other side now. It's harder to mash with my left hand and my right. Yeah, there you go. Come over here. Such a happy puppy. Oh, yes, that's you. You really want attention, don't you? Yeah.
Chat's loving the doggy, though.
Good, good.
We have content.
All right, 2 more fights.
Someone said, Yuki's trying to help.
Well, the first time she tried to help, we got the worst Gen 1 miss we could have.
At least it was right at the beginning, though, so.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it. That's the place.
Mm-hmm. All right, get a couple of heals here. We save here because if Gyarados crits us, it's just an automatic death no matter what.
So someone said, how old is Yuki?
6 months.
Oh, so truly a puppy.
Mm-hmm. It'll be 7 months next week, I think. A puppy. You're just a baby. A big baby.
Big floof.
And please don't crit us.
Someone said, I think it's really cool Pokemon Red is also playing during the doggo stream. Oh gosh, Gyarados, don't do that. I love you, but don't do that.
Yeah, see, so you use an X special and like you use it in an offensive way, but you also use it because it's the only way you're not dying to him.
Yeah, that makes sense. This fight seems really tense, Keys.
It really is.
Oh, this is the agility loop, though, you were talking about.
Why'd you miss? Ugh.
You're lucky it missed on this one. Another cool Pokemon, Aerodactyl.
Yeah, I love Aerodactyl.
I should have had an Ironman win on it. I'm still bitter about it, Keys.
Yeah. Yeah, you should have.
The Golbat that evolved into an Aerodactyl.
Alright, I could heal for safety to guarantee this fight, but I want to make it spicy, so I'm going to save and then enter with red bar.
Okay. That's a good idea.
A little bit of spice makes everything nice.
I love the music in this final fight. Still one of the best original Pokemon soundtracks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it properly builds up anticipation. Hello, Blue.
Okay, so does this Pidgeot also have agility?
No.
Oh, mirror move, though, which doesn't really work when you're using items. Whirlwind. This is great for you.
Yeah, free win. We literally cannot lose from here unless I misclick.
Does Gen 1 misapply here?
Nope, because we use an X accuracy.
Very cool.
Oh, Emre just got home. I can tell because the puppy's losing her mind.
Oh. I gotta show off my Pokemon Pixel pillow that Oth got me for the holidays, since it's relevant.
All right, one more horn drill and it's all over.
And then just...
All right, time is going to be when we enter the Hall of Fame and fades out. So time's not quite yet, but it's coming up in the next minute. You know, Blue's a jerk, but I kind of feel bad that he literally just became champion and we walked in, beat him, and then canonically we resigned the championship immediately.
But Blue's a
But he
jerk.
went through all this effort to be considered the best trainer in the world, and then we beat him and we're like, hey, we're going to go hang out at a mountain now.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay!
The run went a lot better than I thought. Even with the 47 encounter Mount Moon.
So the time is after the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, so it'll be coming up in 20 seconds or so.
Gotcha.
And look, for the first time ever, somebody brought a Paris to the Hall of Fame.
There you go.
All right, and time.
Congratulations, Keys. You did it. You avenged episode 1.
How close was I to losing?
Oh, probably not that. I'd have to ask Richard for a... Gotcha.
I could have died 2 or 3 more times and gotten away with it. Perfect.
203.
I think that even with the mistakes and stuff, I think that might have been faster than it was definitely faster than the first episode, because the first episode included the save wipe.
Yeah. Well, Keys, I am proud of you. Well, that was one heck of a run, and you give such wonderful explanations as to what's going on, so folks know a little bit more about the Pokemon Red speedrun after this. So how do you feel now that you got a great run here on Mercy Kill under your belt? I mean, you've had a few runs here, but this one was definitely
The Animorphs runs were good. The Pokemon runs were not.
Well, that one
so
was
it's nice
good.
to have a good Pokemon run.
That's right.
Now, what I'm going to do for chat here is I'm looking for the resource that I was using. There's a GitHub link for Pokemon speedruns that has all the available routes for Red. So, I mean, normally, this is where someone plugs in join this Discord or whatever. But I'll just give you the source directly if you want to learn how to play this. I did the intermediate route, and this link that I'm about to post has a beginner route that doesn't worry about any manipulations besides the Nidoran, so you don't have to worry about any of that. There's an intermediate route, which is what I did. And then there's an advanced route if you get really into it and you do a lot more risky stuff and whatnot. But definitely check that out if you want to get into it. It's the most direct thing I could give you if you want to learn Pokemon Red. Really, really fun speedrun. Even if you don't necessarily enjoy Gen 1 casually, Gen 1 as a speedrun is fantastic. There's so much to it. The skill level is a lot higher than a lot of people realize, and it's a really satisfying run to finish. And now that the route is much improved compared to even the last time I did this on Mercy Kill, but even years ago when I was heavily running it to try to compete for top times, there's so many ways to safely beat the game that you're almost guaranteed to have a finished run on your first 100 attempts.
Well, Keys, first of all, I want to ask for any shout-outs. I'm going to actually shout out something real quick for you. We do have the first step coming up tomorrow, and there is some, I hear, Bloodstained. coming up tomorrow.
Yeah. So tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, here on GDQ Hotfix, Hobbs and I are going to be learning. Well, not learning. We're going to show off what we learned in Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon, which our good friend Bobby, big Bobby fan over here. He's the one teaching us. Fantastic runner, fantastic dude, just all around great person to have on Hotfix. He's going to be on the show just like how Etiquette was on last week. And I think we mentioned it on TFS. That's going to be the entirety of December. We're going to bring the top runners of these games that we want to actually do the speed runs for. And they're going to teach us stuff off GDQ stream. And we're going to show off what we learned on GDQ stream in a race. Yeah, like I said, 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll see if Hobbs gets another win. He technically beat me at Pokemon because I crashed the first race. And then I had a controller drift on the second race. So even though I got the best time in our 3 races, he won 2 of them. So I'm trying to avenge my loss tomorrow. We'll see if it happens.
And of course, Keys, any other shout outs you'd like to give?
Watch Sky Bills. Follow Sky Bills. We love Sky Bills.
Here, I'll put down my scythe for a second here. Show off my Vaporeon Pixely plush. It's super cute. But that's...
actually, give me 10 seconds,
okay,
and then I will show that thing that I was telling everyone about.
Yeah, go for it. But yeah, this is the one Oth got me for the holidays. They're super cute. But that was super sweet of Keys to tell y'all to follow me. I typically love plugging my runners. I can't do so for myself, but
okay.
Keys is sweet.
This might make the layout look kind of weird, but I'm going to turn off my chroma key real quick because I want to make sure that everyone sees this exactly as it is. Putting it up on screen right now. This is what my emote is based off of. Emre made this Christmas present for me. It's all hand-drawn. It's a giant replica of a Pokemon card. It is probably my favorite gift that I've ever received in my entire life, and it has our little puppy on it.
You can tell we both love Pokemon. And of course, love puppers in Keys' case. That is beautiful.
It's great.
But yeah, Keys, first off, again, thank you so much for just coming on the show. I've very much appreciated like everything that you've done throughout the years, and just very thankful to be your friend. And I'll say it before and I'll say it again. Me and Keys ran Forbidden Memories a few years back. I could not imagine someone else I'd rather run that with. So thank you so much for being a friend.
Thank you, and we're gonna be friends forever. So anyone who sees that one of us has a show, expect to see the other at some point in time throughout the years.
Yeah, that's right. Every now and then I do sub in for Hobbs, so. All right, so I do want to remind folks, this isn't it for our GDQ broadcast. We have more GDQ Hotfix coming up. However, real quickly, I do want to remind folks that your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick Hotfix. If you enjoy watching Speedruns daily, do consider subscribing to the channel. And as for my shows, Random Number Generation and Mercy Kill, these are going to be the last 2 shows that I have for 2023. I will be back, but I just wanted to let y'all know I am taking off in 2 weeks just for regular holiday break. We're going to have still some fantastic programming here on GDQ Hotfix, but just wanted to let y'all know where I would be. And speaking of GDQ Hotfix programming, do stay tuned for Passion Project after the break. Take it away, Amber.